Hello, Radiant Soul Light. Welcome. And those of you that are returning to my channel and this community, so great to connect with you. And I love seeing you, and I love all the comments. And those of you that have given super thanks, thank you as well. From the bottom of my heart and from the universal heart, I really, really appreciate you and appreciate connecting with you. If you happen to be new to my channel, hi, I'm Michele and welcome here. I hope you feel at home. I hope you make this one of your homes here on YouTube. For this reading, we're going to be looking at notes from the future self. Now, these could be something you need to know. A note could be an adjustment about something. For some of you that are actors, when you get notes, it's adjustments. Sometimes suggestions, criticism, helpful, loving criticism from your own future self. It could be new information that's coming in. It can also be validation, acknowledgement, a sense of encouragement. Whatever these notes are, I do not know. I just tuned in, and the message I got was the future self wants to talk, wants to have a little conversation with you. As always, timestamps are in the description box. I will go through. This is Soul Story number 1, number 2, and number 3. I am going to be tuning in just for a little bit to align to the energies. And you're welcome to do that with me, or you can skip ahead to the timestamps below. Also, all ways to get in touch with me are in the description box as well. And if you'd love to journey with me more, I would love to connect more with you, whether Patreon, Instagram, Threads. However, I love connecting and sharing. And oh, one last thing. If you feel a resonance, love it, you would subscribe and or share the video reading with anyone you think might find it beneficial or helpful at this time. All right, Soul Light, so just to tune in, connecting in to the breath, bringing conscious awareness into the heart chakra and feeling your connection within. Eyes open or eyes closed, bring your awareness into that space in between your in-breath and out-breath and center there. You'll begin to sense, see, feel, and picture a sacred space within. A space within the in-breath and out-breath. Let all that you hear bring you to that sacred space within. And all that you've gone through bring you back to that sacred space within. Take a deeper breath in when you're ready. As you breathe out, relax into the body and feel your connection to the earth plane. When you're ready, taking a deeper breath, bringing your awareness above the crown chakra, connecting into the soul star chakra. Let your energy radiate out. Take a deeper breath, feeling the healing light source energies as you breathe out. Feel that healing light energies coming through source as you, through you, down, past the chakras at the soles of the feet, deep into the earth, connecting you to the earth star chakra. Feel your connection as above, as below. When you feel a sense of alignment and attunement, open your eyes, if your eyes were closed, and choose the card or cards that most resonate with you. Connect in. Take your time and choose the card or cards that you're most drawn to. Trust your inner knowing and intuition as you do. Hello, Soul Light. This reading starts simply, and it's simple for you. Movement, new thoughts and ideas coming in. Something is changing on a belief level for you. Your future self is saying, focus on transformation at this time and follow the energetic flow that's moving you in a new direction. There is some kind of disruption that your future self is saying that is important for you right now. So you've got this Knight of Swords, and there is a new influence coming in. Now, your future self is saying for many of you, it's the future self of the collective that's coming through, that's saying there's new insight and understanding coming in, and you're clearing the air with a person or in your own life. There's been some kind of misunderstanding or miscommunication, or you felt you weren't exactly in alignment somehow. And I just heard the phrase, when pigs fly. That's so funny because this is a unicorn, a horse, a Pegasus, I guess, a Pegasus. But your future self is saying you need to believe in what seems unbelievable right now or unattainable, because the consciousness that you have right now is not the consciousness that's going to experience what's coming up for you in your future. Wow, that's powerful, okay? So the consciousness that you have now is not the consciousness that you're going to have in this next level, this next breakthrough, and what you're going to experience, what you're manifesting, what you're creating. Your future self is already there and says if you focus on things in the old way, if you look at your circumstances through the eyes now or past eyes, past ways of seeing, you're going to miss opportunities. So what you don't think can happen or what you don't believe can happen will happen. That's why the saying they're telling me, it's a very strong male presence that's coming through, so I'm getting it has a lot to do with movement and action. It's a very integrative presence, your future self, that is a very, harmonized inner masculine and inner feminine. However, I'm seeing the future self is much more action oriented, much more taking action, and even you've got here with the color of the sacral, and also the color of creativity. So somehow you're rising above what you thought before, what held you back. Your future self is saying, no, it's not limiting thoughts, it's just limiting to where you're going. It's the past way of how to do things or past way of looking at something. Your future self is saying you need to look at your present circumstances in a different light or a new light. Ask a friend, get a reading, talk to a reader, talk to someone that can see outside you. Your future self is saying you can also ask yourself, how else could this be? How else could I look at this? How else could I interpret this? What's 5 other ways I can look at this situation? So your present consciousness is changing, and what is coming in for you is manifesting in through a different consciousness that you don't yet see. So there's a lot that's changing for you on the mental realm is what I'm hearing. And the realm of ideas of what is important. Again, that's why the saying when pigs can fly, because pigs obviously don't fly, but maybe they do in a different realm or a different dimension or with a different consciousness, those pigs are going to fly. So what seems impossible, improbable, or that it's not going to happen or can't get done is going to, but however, it's because you're shifting in consciousness. The King of, see, you're cutting through something. It's the King of Swords. And you're letting old judgments, ways of looking at things. So you perhaps have had a lot of self-criticism, and then the Tower, so you're moving. Yeah, okay. It worked before. Wow, look at this. The 2 of Cups and then the Magician. So what I'm getting with this in the Tower moment is some breakthrough. I'm going to look at this more, and then it moves into the Page of Wands, which again is something new, something brewing. This is a new beginning, and having the energy, the focus, the dynamism to move forward in some idea, goal, or dream. Now, in your reading, with only 6 cards, you have 3 major arcana. You've got the Judgment, the Tower, Mars energy. You're sorting through with the Judgment and the Magician. Obviously, Virgo, Gemini. So it's tying into the mind, and the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, has to do with the mental realm. So some shift in your thinking is changing your awareness, and that change in awareness is bringing you in expansive consciousness. Almost can't talk. There's so much energy coming through. It's kind of a quiet, calm energy that picks up. You're also drawing in a mentor or a teacher that you see is very is a great manifester or attractor, or thinks a bit outside of the box, is what I'm hearing. Your higher self is saying you have to think differently. We have to think differently to live differently. So your higher self is trying to get you to think differently, to live differently. There's different concepts, different ways of looking at things in your life that are starting to come through. Now, these may not be things this may not be a way that you normally look at people, situations, options. There is a connection to the higher self that's coming in more. Many of you are going to be writing a lot. Now, this could be journaling, publishing, posting. With the Magician energy, it's bringing in an energy also of not just creativity, but expression, expansion through communication. You've got the 3rd chakra, Archangel Chamuel, 37, something new. But it's tying into that sacral energy. So we're looking at the 3rd chakra, the solar plexus, healed enough to express and experience. So your future self has a very healed, very strong, very connected solar plexus chakra that you are connecting into the personality of you. You're coming in under the ray of personality. Okay, so Goddess of the Moon, there they are. There's the counterparts within you. Goddess of the Moon energy and Chamuel. So, let me see. I'm going to get a couple more cards. I'm kind of feeling it. Let's see. Movement. What else does the future self want you to know at this time? Your life path. 20, turning point. That's the Tower. So there is a shift, there is a change. Eternal now. So there is no place to go. I'm going to move the camera angle just a little bit. There we go. There is no, you're in the eternal now moment. It's not about rushing to get anywhere. You're operating off of divine right timing. And your future self is saying you just need to look at things differently. Look at your situation and circumstances differently. Look at your relationship and or relationships differently. Look at what you perceive to have held you back differently. You're opening with to the soul call. So there is an energy of, it's clarity, but it's actually, they're telling you it's feeling. You're feeling uplifted. You're feeling like you're reconnected to a part of you that wants to finish something or move forward or move. You're moving mountains is what I'm getting. Now that's very interesting. You're moving a mountain. You're moving a challenge. Something that's been an obstruction. Your future self is saying something that's been an obstruction in your life is being moved. You're moving that. Now, your future self is saying it's happening by the new emerging consciousness that's coming in through you. It's moving this obstruction. It's moving what blocked you or stopped you. It's moving that aside. Wow, and it's with heart. Sunflower. So it's about creativity, new beginnings, doing more of what you love doing. You're birthing something that you love. And this has to do with safety, stability, but also organizations. So your future self is saying that some of you are, the collective future self is saying that there is something about working within an organization or within organizations. Some of you, your future self is saying that there's going to be some money that comes from a grant or some kind of help in banking. It could be a loan or, appraisal of something. You get the loan, but it's helping you move your life forward. So your future self is saying, if there's been setbacks, whatever you're doing now is actually moving you forward. It's all been part of the plan. So you are moving forward with the use of something that has to do, it could be government, it could be banking, loan, increase in money that you save and put well, but there's some investment that you're doing that's going to pay off. So for some of you, the future self is saying your investment is going to pay off. And not to focus so much on the time or that you're losing time, because this turning point is coming in. Okay. Get the Astro dice here. All right, we've got Mercury. Yeah, look at that. Mercury in the 6th house. Mercury and Pisces in the 6th. Pisces. It's changing your routine and changing what you work or how you do the big picture of what you work. You're going to have a new perception and a new idea about time and timing. This is going to create a leap. This is going to, I keep looking at this, it says life path, but I really want to say this is like it's a leap in the gestation period. It's like you're birthing something. Something is born that gets you going in a new direction, with new opportunities to bring in more stability. But you have to look at things differently. Look at your circumstances, the people that are now coming in your life, the relationships, whatever you're going through right now, you need to look at it in a new light. The light in a new, coming from the heart and coming from appreciation and compassion for yourself and those in the circumstances. This moves you forward. All right, Radiant Soul Light, your Soul Insights mantra for this message is, let me connect it to the future self. Whoa, your future self is succinct. It's like not a lot of words. It wants you to get out of your head and get into activation, into movement, into doing. Your future self said your Soul Insights mantra is, as I see things differently, things in my life happen differently. Ooh. All right, Soul Light, I'll be curious to know how this resonates for you and how it unfolds and manifests for you. Lots of love and light. Take good care. Hi, Soul Light. I was very curious about this reading. This is Soul Story number 2. And I was jumping for joy. I don't know what that means. Something's coming into your life, your future self said that you're going to be jumping for joy. You've got the Hanged Muse, which is the hangman or hang person, which is a 12-3. And of course that 12 has to do with kind of, it sometimes seems stalled or stagnant, but it's about getting a new perception. Your future self is saying Stop thinking about how long it's going to take to do something, or how long it's going to take to create or be something or change something or meet something or meet someone. You're getting a new perspective in life, but you're also getting much more flexible. Your future self said that for that's coming up, you need to be more flexible and more spontaneous. There's going to be some things that come up kind of last minute is what I'm being shown. And you need to be ready in your mindset and also flexible. Some of you, the message from the future self is saying also get flexible with the body, get moving, get outdoors or walk or go window shopping, go out and about. Some of you are swimming. I don't know why I'm getting that. Some of you it's mountain biking, mountain climbing. Some of you it's some kind of skiing. And also I'm getting a lot of activation in the summer months whenever you're watching this, the summer and winter months. There seems to be a lot going on for you. Okay, we've got the Three of Coins here. So Three of Pentacles. I'm reminded of working together, but also you're working on yourself. You're working on some new idea or perception of what it is that you're focusing on in your life. Okay, then we got King of Swords. I gotta say, I am feeling a bit of a connection with the first soul story number 1. Then we've got the Four of Cups. And that's a little bit of that Hangman energy also going within to Eight of Coins. That's what I thought. You're working on something, a project, a plan. Some of you a startup, a new business. Some of you this work has to do with changing something within your life or your circumstances. Ten of Wands. And then the Fountain. Wow, everything. All potential opportunity. Connecting to the higher self. Okay, so let's look and see the message from the future self. So the future self is saying, look, everything is within you. You have everything that you need. You have to have a different mindset or different perception of what you're doing. You've been too locked into an old way of working, so you're changing how you work. Your future self is saying, I'll see you on the other side of this. So your future self is saying, look, you're already there. You're living out some of this energy already. Some of this new energy of being much more adaptive, spontaneous, creative. You're trusting your intuition more. You're trusting the body more. With the King of Swords here, which Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're also having flexibility of mind. So I'm getting a lot with changes in the mind. Your future self is saying you're focusing so much on what you're doing on an everyday basis in your mind that you now need to start bringing in your body. You need to start focusing back in your body. So taking care of the body. Check in with your body to see what your body needs at this time. The future self is saying flexibility is key at this time. And then you end with that Ten of Cups. So out of this fountain, this creative energy, you're bringing in much more emotional fulfillment, much more happiness, not just joy, because joy is always with us to some degree, but happiness on the earth plane. You're attaining some goals. Your future self is saying you're going to be attaining some goals that make you feel happy, that bring you happiness. Okay, let's see what else. Your future self is saying happiness was always your goal. You got turned around. Some of you got on a different path that you thought was going to bring you more happiness or bring you more of what you want. So you're going back, you're looking back at what you wanted, some older goals. You're looking back and you're going to be doing a bit of a retread. You could say you're coming full circle into what made you feel happier. Devotion, bhakti. So your spirit, your spiritual path really brings you a lot of happiness. The ascension, the rainbow bridge, connecting into higher vibrational frequency, higher. So you yogis, mystics, channelers, psychics, spiritual, you're definitely consciously on a spiritual path, and there's something you're going back to that's going to bring you a lot of happiness. Now, this might be an approach, a goal. Your future self is saying that there's a lot of goals that are going to be in the next 2 to 3 years that are going to be, for some of you, okay, I'm being corrected. There's two. There's the future self of the collective coming in from the Akash. And some of your individual future selves are saying it's 6 months, 6 ray of devotion. There's something that you're going to be very devoted in doing, focused on a goal, a plan, a relationship. There's something coming into your life that you're going to be very devoted about. And why? Because you looking differently is creating a paradigm shift. You're literally shifting the paradigm of how you live and what you expect in life. And you're doing it through spirit, through the spirit realm, through spiritual practice. It could be some of you floral, what's her name? Florence Shovel Finn, what is her name? And Scoville, Florence Scoville. I'm getting a lot of teachers and mentors. You have a lot of teachers and mentors, maybe books, maybe videos, but a lot of you are teaching and mentoring, and you're teaching and mentoring about how to live more joyful, how to have more happiness. So now it's about taking a new approach. You need to be willing to leave the old way or old approach and be flexible in the way that your manifestations manifest. And your future self is saying you're going to be so happy. Okay, you've got to let go of attachments to the past, how you did things before, or how other people do things. That's a kind of a message throughout the first readings. Okay, financial constraint. As long as you're attached, and then it's woman holding a heart, the love. So as long as you're attached to how you did things before or how other people are doing things without tuning in psychically, tuning into your higher self, your inner guidance, tuning into how you feel about something, then you're being attached to something that isn't real. The attachment is to the old paradigm way of doing things. Your future self is saying that you're in this bridge where you're ending this cycle, 10 of Wands, of feeling that you have to work hard or you have to work a lot, that you have to have, that something is a burden. You're letting go of the burden, and you've been thinking about it a lot. You've been looking, some of you at the sacred geometry things, you've been looking at your life as a prism, some of you are literally a prison. You're getting out of the prison because you're allowing a new perspective to come through, and you're seeing where you've been tied up or tied up in knots. So you are following the path of the heart of devotion. You are a devotee. You are spiritual, a spiritualist. You're connected to bhakti, to love, to devotion, to connection, to empathy, compassion. So a part of your path, the future self is saying, has been to let go of being overly attached, but being bonded. So you want to be bonded, but you don't want to be overly attached. And that fountain of love, the fountain of all, is within you. It's connecting into the universe. So your future self is saying you're getting out of the paradigm where things are gotten through other people or relationships, and you're tapping into universal source energies more and more yourself on your own. And following what you love to do brings you the most abundance. So whatever you're going through right now, I'm being shown by your future self, is creating a paradigm shift. Let's see if there's any more message. I'm not getting any other message from this card, except for the sun. So things do come out better for you. There is a a new perspective that's coming in. Get 2 more cards for you. Or 1 more card. Yeah, there's a new perspective that's coming in for you. Oh, because, yeah, there you are, healer of all ages. I did get, you've got to focus, your future self is saying, don't be focused on what other people are doing. Focus more on yourself and focus on what you didn't get to complete or what was left that you now want to bring forward. Your future self is saying the seeds of the past hold the present. So by going back and observing what it is that brought you the most joy, or the approach, or the way, the philosophy, you're going to have the most abundance. You know, you're going to do better in life. And again, the future self saying, I am here for you. I am thinking of you. Because the future self is you, and your future self wants you to embrace the future with optimism. Now, I do get a little bit of, was there a tower? No, I do get a little bit of this, some kind of shift that's coming in that I just feel like you're going to have some kind of awakening. Maybe you're already having it. News from abroad too. News from out. Getting a bigger view, but you're going to have news from someplace from a distance from you. Maybe an invite. Your future self is saying you will be moving forward. You will be moving. So a lot of you, the future self is saying you're going to be in a different land, different area. Got the lily here. Maybe in your older age, or after a year or two, or some of you 2 to 3 years, I don't know, there's some longevity, there's some time there, but a lot of you are relocating to a place that you feel better. Wow, the star. It's in the stars, it's in your destiny. So that's a 16-7. So a lot of you are going to be uprooted, or you're moving someplace else. The future self is saying you are going to be at a place where you feel very comfortable, very confident. You feel like they get you, the people, the place. You're moving into a different place. So a lot of you, there's some kind of big move or relocation. Now, if that's not resonating, it could be that you're just working someplace else, a whole new job or career that is bringing in it helps your well-being. Where you also can use your gifts or do your healing more. I feel like some of you, you're moving in a place where there's going to be the healing community. Right? All right, let's look at the Astro Dice here. Leo energy. Can you see that? You can see Leo. What's the sun in Leo? There's the sun. Wow, wherever you're going, you're going to feel really good. 7th house, partnerships, relationships. So either you meet someone and move, or you're moving with someone, but you are also attracting better relationships, or relationships that feel really good on a kind of a wholeness level, whole relationships. Relationships that you're not just healing, they're healing you. And it doesn't even have to be, overt or obvious healing. It doesn't have to be, okay, let's have a healing session now. The people that you're starting to attract, and some of you this may already be happening, are very healing. Because you have a different perspective, and that's what your future self is saying. By you having a different perspective and approach, there are changes. You are looking back. Your future self is saying you need to integrate what it is you love to do or love to do. Go back and bring it forward. Go back and bring it forward. You're changing your reality, and changing your reality changes what you experience. Okay, let's see the future self. Any other message or any affirmation, any mantra for them? As I change my perception, I change my reality. Some of you, your future self is saying to focus on peace, what brings peace. And the sixth ray of devotion is devotion. It's bhakti, it's love, but it's also peace. You're feeling very peaceful there. So your future self says if you focus on what brings the most peace and harmony, whatever it is, some of you it's a career or job change or something that brings financial increase and financial stability, and you feel more peaceful. So make your decisions from the lens of peace. All right, soul lights, lots of love and light. Hello, soul light. Welcome. This is soul story number 3. You've attained a lot. Your future self wants you to know, we love it. Love it, love it, love it. Job well done. You've attained such a level that you're feeling such a sense of inner peace. You're feeling reflective. I've got the Queen of Inspiration here, Queen of Wands. So if you're looking astrologically, could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But however you're looking, this is you. Your future self wants you to know you did it. You attained it. You did it. By following your own intuition, your instinctual awareness. And the future self is kind of has an interesting humor. Leopard doesn't change its spots. You're becoming more you. Your future self wants you to know that you are going to be unabashedly you. You're becoming more you, more transparent. You're connecting with others in a very authentic way. Your future self also wants you to know that you're finally seeing the beauty of life and yourself. You're finally seeing your uniqueness as beauty and beautiful. So you're basking in the light. Your future self is saying, you have done it, we've done it. Your future self is saying, yes, I did it. We did it. So there's some of this is going to be working with other people or some kind of group. But it is a goal, it's an achievement. Your future self wants you to know that you are achieving what you set out to do. You are achieving, no matter what it looks like in the present or setbacks or anything that has slowed down or delayed. So story number 3, you have achieved it. You are basking in the glow of success. You are reconnected. Some of you more deeply connected. Some of you have reconnected with your soul expression, soul experience, soul purpose. You have reconnected to a deeper part of yourself, and you are trusting this part of yourself to lead and guide you. Your future self is saying, now that you're in this leadership capability, there is a lot that's happening because it is a new beginning. So we have Uranus energy here, new beginning. High Priestess. I'm going to put the cards out and then tune back into the future self. Knight of Cups. Strength. Leo, strength. Look at that. You are strong. Your future self said, look. 2 of Cups. What you're saying is, said, I did it. The Magician. Wow. Whatever it is you're focused on and creating, it manifests. Now, your future self wants you to know that there is a new opportunity coming up that you don't yet see. You're going to contemplate it. You're not sure. This opportunity, because you're leaving something behind in this new level, this new really incarnation of you. There's the Empress, but it brings so much abundance. So look at that. She's looking at you, saying you want this. You achieved it. But you're going to achieve it in a different way. What you're letting go of, the future self said, is the past hurts and disappointments and what didn't work. So this is a lot to get here. This took a lot for you to get here. Soul story number 3. This next level that you're going to took a lot. 6 of Coins. To the 8 of Coins. The 2 of Swords, crossroads. So your future self wants you to know you're going 9 of Coins. Look at that. There's a new opening or opportunity, a new direction, a new path, a new relationship. There's some new influence that's coming in that may look like it's pulling you off course or pulling you off path, or may seem that it's going to scatter you or scatter your energy, but it's not. Your future self is saying it's going to bring you that abundance. So we've got Venus energy here with the Empress. Now I'm doing this reading with Venus is retrograde in Leo. So Venus moved into Leo. It's turning retrograde. So it's a time to reevaluate relationships and reevaluate what you really want to do and what you love doing. Your future self wants you to focus on your gifts here. You've come in with some specific gifts that your future self is saying, which one do you take and use first? You're going to use all of them, but not in the order that you thought. This Empress brings in abundance. It brings in a new direction, a birth of something new. Now, some of you, this could be a literal birth. This could be a birth, of a baby. This could, a being coming through you. Or this could be the birth of something new, a new life. So from this birth, you're basking in the sun. You're basking in the glow of your opportunity and your potential. So you're already starting this. So you're starting to see something. Your future self is saying, yes, that's it, that's it. Keep basking in this glow of your beauty, of your potential, of the opportunity, of these gifts that you have. Like, I can use this gift, I can use that gift, I can use this gift, or this gift leads all to this, or I can put all of them together. You are being watched, though. I feel like some of you, this could be something online or the internet or within a certain group or arena, or if it's within a company or a family, you're becoming the go-to person. They're sensing something unique and something different in you. They're sensing something genuine and real. So by being you, because some people know how much you've gone through this disappointment here. They know that you've gone through a lot of disappointment, a lot of heartache, that there's been heartbreak in your life. And for some of you, it has to do with children or marriage. It has to do with something that has to do with family and marriage. I'm getting this 52. Yeah, you're coming untied from the past. And it is definitely, whether male or female, it's about the goddess energy. It's connecting into the Venusian energy. So really connect in Venus, Aphrodite, the feminine principle of your being. Really connect into the moon, the void, the womb. What is barely perceptible, right? That you feel something new. So your key, your future self is saying, is getting out of your head and into the feeling tone of things, into the body wisdom, into the feeling, into the emotions. You're integrating the emotional aspect of your being much more. So you're really checking in emotionally if something feels right for you. And that's also that Empress, which is fertility, fecundity, abundance, Taurus, Libra energy. But it's willing to share, but also knowing that you are preserved. It reminds me of, in the I Ching, it's hexagram 14, possession in great measure. You're starting to realize that what you possess, no one can take away. Doesn't matter how many subscribers or followers or how much money in the bank account or how tall or thin or heavy or overweight, underweight. It doesn't matter. You have this beautiful possession in great measure where you're connecting into your soul gifts, your soul path. It's really this like love affair with yourself. It's beautiful because this love affair is bringing, just what I picked, the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. It's bringing a healing of past misaligned or learning lesson relationships, patterns that didn't work. So you're really getting kind of a cleansing, a clearing. Your future self is saying that a deeper healing is taking place. It has to do with the emotional body, the emotional part of your life. And you're coming through. You're not going to wear the scars of what's happened emotionally, okay? And with this Knight of Cups, you're starting to attract people that are much more in alignment and they get your true nature. And then you've got the Two of Cups here, which is bringing in relationships, Nine of Coins, that add to your life, not take away. So you're becoming detangled. Even looking at here, the Eight of Coins, which is looking at the sacred geometry. But staying too long and focusing on the sacred geometry of things is also a trap. It's a conundrum, because we're more than our patterns. We're more than our soul blueprint or design. We're more than our geometry. Those are languages. We're more than our astrology. We're more than our numerology. We're more than where we are on the tree of life. We're more than what we study. That's only one perception or one way, a language to better understand. So you're starting to go beyond that language, whether of thoughts or ideas or how to view things. You know, like I'm an Aries, so I'm this way. I'm a Leo, I'm a, Virgo, I'm a Pisces, I'm a Sagittarius, whatever. You're going beyond that and getting more into the sensory perception. You're getting more into the heart or the heart chakra. So there is a big change with this 38 energy, 3811-2. It brings in more harmonizing relationships. It brings in, for some of you, a very special kindred spiritual relationship. Some of you brings in a soulmate that will be a life mate. Some of you it brings in collaborative relationships, creative relationships. It brings in a great boss or supervisor, a great job where you feel a connection to the people you work with. Some of you, it's bringing in people to collaborate with and more collegial relationships. So collaboration is key for you, especially with that Knight of Cups, because that has to do with community. So those of you that have felt that you've been lacking in community or where to share your gifts or how to share your gifts, that's coming up for you. Where and how to share your gifts. But whatever it is you're creating, your future self is saying, it's done, a done deal. I did it. Your future self is saying, I did it and we did it. So some of you, this is a group project or working with others or some kind of fund or company, family, maybe a partner, a significant other. For others of you, it is that you did it. And again, the heart is coming through. Getting to the heart of the matter. It moves you into commitment, having faith and trust. Again, you're drawing in people that are very responsible, resilient, that are there for you. You're there for yourself. For some of you, this is some kind of relationship that leads to commitment. Look at the book, being an open book. So there's a new chapter in your life, okay? And you're bringing what you've learned. Some of you are receiving a letter or email, could be text, voice note, but from someone that means a lot. I'm hearing your future self saying, complete cycles and answer those calls, answer the emails, answer the call. So a lot of you, there is a contract coming in. Some of you, this is a relationship that's contractual. Or brings commitment in, heart-centered. But if it's a job or career, which it is for some of you, it's something you're going to love doing. And I feel like it could have something to do with writing or communication. We've got the 8th house here with the Astro dice. We've got Venus again, Venus highlighted again with the Empress energy. And we've got Venus in Capricorn, so in the 8th house. So this has to do with some kind of structure or form or business or investment, someone investing in you or your company, or you investing well, and it brings you an up-leveling financially, brings you an up-leveling in the work that you do, brings you so your future self is saying, commit to what you're doing now in the present, because success is assured, achievement is assured. You're going to feel very content, proud of yourself, a sense of relief, like, I did it, we did it, we're there. I can bask in my achievement. I can bask in the limelight. I'm hearing for someone. In the limelight. I can bask. I can write my own way now. I can write my own ticket. All right, Radiant Soul Light. Much peace and light to you. Beautiful energy. And you're not doing it alone. You are with others in this venture. But it's an achievement with the 9 of coins. I want to make sure your future self is saying to point this out. Whether you're doing it with someone else or a group or a company or a partner, but some of it is your own. There's something that you're achieving on your own as well. And for some of you, you're bringing that to or with someone else or another group or a community or a company or a foundation. Yeah. Answer those calls, answer those emails. All right, Radiant Soul Light, lots of love and light to you. Let's look at your Soul Insights mantra. I know it and I feel it. I am on the path to one of my greatest achievements. Because some of you have children, and I know you consider that, that's a great achievement or undertaking. Or some of you are pregnant, and that's going to be a part of that path. Or in family, I hear family way. I have a family. There's a lot of different. But for some of you, that you're on to your great opus, your great book, your great manuscript, your great project, your great achievement. And that achievement is also overcoming the heartache and pain, the losses, the betrayals of the past, and getting detangled from dharma, from lower vibrational patterning, personal, familial, ancestral, societal. You're freeing up to live just much more abundantly. Look at that. There's a lot of peace. Your future self is saying, we have peace now. All right, Soul Light, lots of love and light.